Well, investigations are continuing in yesterday's blast here at the intelligence wing headquarters here of the Punjab Police. You can see behind me, this is the headquarters of the Punjab intelligence wing. The investigations have been carried out right through the night, and in fact morning special operation group personnel carrying out a recce of the area, and now we've been told that the senior officials were there inside, and also Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann just a while back held a meeting with senior police officials, and he maintained that peace will not be allowed to be disturbed by some subversive element. But clearly concerning for the state security agencies the fact that one attack happening right at the headquarters of the Intelligence Bureau, an agency which is supposed to collect information on subversive and terror activities, and also in the last 1 week something or the other has been happening. The seizure of drugs, be it the seizure of RDX, arrest of four alleged Khalistani terrorists, something or the other seems to be happening, bringing in much unease to the security establishment. I'm joined by my senior colleague Jupinderjeet Singh, who is keeping a track on this story. Jupinder, first tell us what is the latest on the investigations.
Well, police has called a press briefing at 12:30, and two accused, two suspects have been detained. There can be more also. Police is suspecting that these were probably recruited by Pakistan-based Harvinder Singh or Rinda,
right,
who was involved in earlier blasts also.
Right.
And massive operation is going on to catch the culprits.
Also, Jupinder, isn't it concerning that it is being suspected that people who are involved, could be involved in this attack, are people who don't have that much of a criminal record, hired by subversive people from across the border? How serious is that?
Yeah, this is in fact one of the most serious attack in Punjab in recent years, and it becomes more serious because it was directly targeted at
right.
It was directly targeted at the police headquarters.
Right.
This is the intelligence headquarters,
right,
and it is base of the artificial intelligence center also of the Punjab Police.
Right.
So attacking at that place is very serious.
Right.
And it also assumes significance because in last 10 days or so about 10 kg of RDX has been recovered.
Right.
And besides there's so much of ammunition, and Firozpur has emerged as the major smuggling point for the weapons, and
right,
from Punjab, in fact one officer was telling me that Punjab has now become a transit point for weapons.
Okay.
The way weapons were being sent forth to Telangana and to Nanded Sahib and other places.
Right.
Yeah.
And also, Jupinder, what kind of message do these terror groups want to send when you are attacking your intelligence heart right in the intelligence headquarters, right in the middle of the city? What message are these terror groups trying to send across?
Yeah, this is a direct challenge to the police, and it shows the prowess and probably the stockpile of weapons these terror groups have amassed over the months. And if you look at the data of last 5 years, I had a quick check. So no rocket launcher has been recovered in last 5 years. Right. And use of an RPG in such an attack means that we have a very, very serious challenge before the Punjabis now.
Okay. As you can see, these are the special operation group team. They have been fanning across right since morning, carrying out a recce of this area. This is right outside the intelligence wing, that's which was targeted yesterday by unidentified terror operatives. Now these SOG personnel have in fact been carrying out recce of these areas. Jupinderji, tell us about the follow-up operation of the police now.
Well, police has intensified security of all its centers now.
Right.
The SPG is being called, and there will be commando battalions posted also.
Right.
So rest we will come to know through the briefing.
Right.
That how is this happen here?
Yes, as you can see, in fact, these large number of police personnel who have been deployed outside this IB headquarters in Mohali sector 77, and we're expecting just a while from now some kind of a briefing. As you can see, a lot of reporters who are assembled here. They are waiting for some kind of a briefing from the officials. Jupinder, what are we expecting? In fact, the CM has said that some detentions have been made. So how close we are to achieving some kind of breakthrough in this case?
I think there will be not a very detailed briefing,
Right.
as my guess is, and they will just sum up that what had exactly happened and what has been the police operation so far.
Right.
Because so much is being reported in social media and on the news portals also.
Right.
And I think if there is a major breakthrough, that would be done by senior officers only.
Right. So there's a sort of whatever has happened till so far. Maybe they'll give you a basic idea about what happened because the information really hasn't come in as officially as it.
Yeah, it has not percolated down. It's only just based on the sources.
Right. And also, tell us something about this Rinda, the Harvinder Singh, if I'm correct, pronouncing it correctly. Tell us something about him.
Harvinder Singh Rinda was a gangster. He is wanted in many cases of robbery and dacoity. In jail, he came in touch with Dilpreet Singh, another gangster, who was in touch with Wadawa Singh, one of the Babbar Khalsa leader in Pakistan. And from there, it is now said that Rinda is the poster boy of terror activities in Punjab.
Right.
He is the one who is sending drugs, weapons, and other stuff to Punjab. And he, in the Nawashahar CIA office blast case, which took place in November last year, Rinda had recruited 3 youths for 4 lakh rupees.
Okay.
So this is on record. He has been booked for that.
Right.
So he is the main person for this. Yeah.
Also, Jupender, it might also look, if you look at it from the security point of view, seems to be a big intelligence failure. It has come at a time when 4 Khalistani terrorists, allegedly Khalistan terrorists, were arrested by Haryana. Punjab said in a joint operation, those 4 people were arrested. Despite that, these guys come here, they attack the intelligence headquarters. Isn't that a major intelligence failure?
Yeah, it is very serious, and it's a total policing failure.
Right,
if you look at Punjab Police, image has taken a serious dent.
Right.
The arms were dropped in Firozpur. The Punjab Police teams had the information, they were following him, but they were actually nabbed in Haryana. So that means they had traveled all through Punjab. Why were they not nabbed in Punjab? This is very serious. And secondly, the way all this Tejinder Bagga episode has been handled, though a lot of political reasons also, but it has severely dented the image of Punjab Police. Officials being detained in Delhi, Punjab Police officials detained, stopped like criminals in Kurukshetra. Right. And now yesterday 14 cops have been booked in Rajasthan. Punjab Police needs to do some makeover of their image, and they need to deliver now.
Okay. And also, it's quite a big challenge for Mr. Man, the Chief Minister. I mean, in just a couple of months, so many things have happened. Law and order front, you have terrorists being arrested, now this attack. What kind of a challenge that is posed even to the Aam Aadmi Party government?
It seems that, there is this talk that the leadership and the policing is soft, and they are not, they don't have the deep network penetration into the, the groups and gangsters.
Right.
Though most of the gangsters are in jail, but still, these things are now happening almost daily.
Right.
So biggest fear is Punjab going back to the dark place. That is what the main talking point of today is.
And also, are we expecting some kind of a rejig in the police establishment, as happens in the past when there is failure, heads rule? Are we, could we witness some kind of a rejig in the police department?
Not immediately, maybe at some lower level, maybe at some district level, or maybe in the intelligence level I think that would be the main thing.
Right.
But not in the, general policing.
Right. And the intelligence officer, you've been talking to these intelligence officials. If we were to make of, in the last it's been almost 14-15 hours since they started investigations. What kind of leads have they achieved? I mean, have they zeroed in on the guys who have done it, or the people who actually got this done? Do they have some kind of information about that?
Specifically about this case, we will come to know. But otherwise, also police has made some recoveries in the past, like 10 kg RDX and other weapons.
Right.
So we can say that they have been able to prevent. But have they been able to crack the entire network, like happened in the target killing case when Shera and others were nabbed? So that after their arrest, everything came to a halt. All such the attacks on Dera followers, on the right-wing leaders, it came to a stop.
Right.
So unless it comes to a stop, we won't be able to know if the the persons who are actually running the network have been handled or not.
And also, any fix on the explosive that was used in this particular attack? What was the make? What was it exactly?
Yeah, the forensic report is yet to come, but definitely it was an RPG,
Right.
and the grenade had fins and all that. So it is yet to be known. I think hopefully this will be clear in this briefing.
But it seems to be it had been hurled inside. I mean, the rocket was because the entire contraption was caught on camera. So what does it look like? Does it look like an RPG?
Yeah, that's what the police is saying. The photos released is saying that it is RPG.
Right. But then, of course, when there's briefing where the police officers will come to know. So there you have, as we wait for police officials to come in, we've been told that shortly some senior official will come and give a briefing about the incident, not about just the incident, but also on the probe so far, whatever they have leads they have managed to gather. But as Jupinder mentioned, 2 people have been detained, or maybe more. That's something we will come to know shortly. These are the visuals from outside. This is exactly the building, right outside the building, which came under attack yesterday. The 3rd floor of this intelligence headquarters, and in fact, that's where the attack had happened. One more thing, can you just tell us something about this headquarters? This is supposed to be the hub of the intelligence gathering.
Yes.
When was it made, and what?
They have changed the intelligence into a different cadre because of the new challenges, especially of drones and artificial intelligence, the hacking, the cyber crime.
Right.
So this is the center here now.
Right.
You know, the entry is seriously restricted here.
Right.
You are issued special entry passes, you know, the digital passes.
Right.
You are scanned and everything is done. It's very security proof.
Okay.
Foolproof system is here. And you will have the artificial intelligence center, which is used for intercepting phone calls, like massive, and the entire police technological bandobast is here, and then the senior officials, the special task force on drugs also sits here.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. That's why it's very surprising that these guys virtually managed to just drive in, attack, and then flee away. That's a serious thing.
Yeah, exactly. It is very serious, and I think police has to immediately rejig their entire security,
Right.
even down to the police chowki level.
So, I mean, as we are discussing, in fact, we're waiting for the police officials to brief us. Just a while back, we were told that some senior officials who are involved with the investigations will give some kind of an idea about the probe which had been carried out. That's what we are waiting for. Very shortly, we'll come to know. In fact, we will provide you all the those. In fact, if I can, that's. In fact, as you can see, in fact, these are the visuals which are coming to you live from the